a little bit of interest up in the top lane, can push the Sion around just a little bit, but this might also draw these junglers up towards the top lane, when previously I would have thought they would have very much wanted to be looking bot lane.
I wouldn't be against Hong trying to play through this Rek'Sai lane and give him an advantage. However, Rio, oh, look at this, red buff into cross and catches Tong Yuan against the wall. Oh my goodness, just give him the MVP already of the series. Rio giving Haichao first blood. Neither jungler are level 6, but that favors Rio a lot more since Hong would really love to have cease and desist to make a play for this dragon. Bot lane comes up from OMG, good seismic shove prevents Tong Yuan from getting jumped on. Is still 1400 HP on the dragon. They go in on that? Oh no, Hong pays for it dearly. YCX and Xiaoya are just gonna get run down, and my goodness, blocks her. The first move that LGD makes of the game ends in complete disaster.
Champions? I mean, the person that did the most damage in that team fight for LGD was the Drake. The Drake nearly kills Rio. Nobody from LGD does.
And Sasa now has the flash. Oh boy, these things are. Well, LGD in for a penny, in for the whole thing, and might as well just repeat the visit onto the bot side now that you knew that the Ashe had no flash. See this and desist at least set up the play, and you know what? Credit to LGD, they're not gonna let.
Playable for him.
Xiaoya steps up forward. Great use of the cleanse on the arrow. And Tong Yuan wants to follow up, knowing that there is no flash. Tidal wave off the seismic shove. Beautiful setup by LGD. But can they deal with the teleport? Great bubble onto Haichao's entrance. He's forced to use the ultimate just to run away. He had to pop the flash just so he wasn't in the cease and desist range.
Oh boy, that's a real turnaround right here from LGD. As much as that first play from him was bad, they're looking much better. Haichao.
Hung is gonna send it. Haichao gets flicked back. Wait a minute, Bloxer. LGD completely persistent and not letting go.
What did we say during the early walk away?
Fair play? Fair play? Just go.
There's 0 universes in which going for that would have been a good decision for LGD, just like the previous time out, and they learned from their mistakes. Not going to be able to walk this one away. YCX,
Great arrow onto the fish, and the Grand Starfall is far enough that he can look for YCX even after the flash, and Xiaoya gets caught by the Encore. There is Between Worlds from Haichao. Xiaoya manages to at least trade with a stray rocket into the back of Starry, but Hong now looking for the follow from Tong Yuan if he can get a rage. Cease and desist. It's not going to be in time. Tong Yuan now in trouble as he's able to speed on out thanks to his skates.
You have to win the Vision War already, otherwise you're definitely going to fall behind.
There's a control ward from OMG in the pit, so they see LGD starting it up. Arrow looks for Xiaoya. He does have the cleanse, finally uses it just to make sure he's not in range of Rio's stun. TP. He has Tong Yuan behind him. TP is coming in. Hong steps up, takes a lot of damage. Rio on the wrong side with the shield, gets knocked up at the cease and desist. The jungler's the first one to fall. Story is next. LGD make 2 quick picks, and that should be the Rift Herald secured.
Oh, the shield being the wrong way. I don't know that Rio's able to survive either, even if it's going the right way, but that definitely leaves him vulnerable. And I absolutely love thinking that it's going to happen, being like, oh, we can take this Rift Herald in, but Tong Yuan was never really going to be able to. Still, I'm going to start this one up.
Arrow goes in, Tidal Wave breaks open the fight. Hung does secure the dragon, denies third away from OMG, but Between Worlds causes a lot of commotion, but Haichao gets dropped anyway. Decent knocker from Salsa onto the front line, but Starry can still fire away with these arrows. Hung finds his moment, cease and desist into the Tulia combo. There it is! Well synchronized from the LGD core, and now Xiaoya gets the pepper in these rockets one after another. It doesn't matter how tanky you are, Harry, because you've got no more damage dealers behind you. LGD, massive win on the third dragon.
And that looked like such a risky fight right there for LGD. You're going in a little bit split, not fully together, but it doesn't matter in the end. The fact they're able to get themselves away with the Drake as well is critical. Now Tong Yuan lands himself a great seismic shove, and now Rio might be the one in trouble.
You have to walk into darkness, and you have to use your tools correctly to make sure that you're not getting one of your key members blown up by the pick composition.
Oh. They going for this fight? Okay, just about enough space gonna be available for the OMG members to run.
Tidal Wave, parts OMG members, but no one is really in danger. It just guarantees that LGD walks away after taking the tier 1 turret.
That 2-1 turret, they couldn't get it with the Rift Tower, but they are just about going to be out. This objective teleport now going to come in from OMG. They're looking to respond.
Xiaoya is on a control ward. He's got to be careful. Okay, he takes the blast cone, but Harry
no.
is now alongside him. There's no Valkyrie available. They're trying to beat up on Harry right now. Two-man decimating smash into the encore, but the tidal wave is great response. Haichao trying to eliminate Sauce on the right side, but he goes invulnerable with the Void Rush. Still dies anyway. Rio goes forward. Xiaoya Valks in. Oh, he's playing with fire on that one, but he has the full confidence of his team.
What? What? No!
No! Haichao! Don't tell Cubby! OMG now starting to fall to pieces, but now it's up to Star and Harry to turn this fight around. It's a 3v4. Xiaoya looking critically low. They go back in. Decimating smash connects. Harry can land the slow. Hung tries to protect his bot laner from falling. The volley connects, and they're slowed. Hung will be sacrificed so that Xiaoya can make it out alive, but OMG can now secure the third dragon for themselves.
The remaining members of OMG bail Haichao out. They're going to be able to pick themselves up this soul point in a messy, bloody fight. But Starry does just enough to be able to slow up the members, landing as many volleys as possible, and it makes it impossible to reposition mid-fight.
Barely dodged another stray rocket coming out, this time not falling to Xiaoya in the trade. Hong says, we are killing this Seraphine. Cease and desist already used, and Sasa easily able to follow up. There is no more encore available for OMG since they already used it as well. And now Rio and Haichao might be in danger in a 5 versus 2 dive, but the minion wave is killed off, and OMG maybe have a little bit of time to stall for, but the next minion wave is coming in fast, and Starry cannot join with his teammates because he's being cut off by the rest of LGD. Rio chunked out. Rio is completely blown out. And Haichao on the other side trying to link up with Harry, but Hung has found this Aurora. There's no flash available for Haichao, but Hung already used the cease and desist. Haichao might get a chance to get out alive, but now Harry is completely isolated in a 1v4, and unfortunately for him, he's just a tank, and this meatball will get no value whatsoever. And Haichao does manage to survive.
It's Baron. Look at where this fight lands. You end up having multiple members going down.
If I'm in the position of OMG, you are grateful that you secured a third dragon for yourself, because you can always just wait for the Baron buff to expire. Oh no, Rio! Rio! Oh no,
Oh,
Rio! Oh no! I'm so sorry, King. The flash into the wall was unfortunately caught in 4K, and you're gonna have to live that memory down if this ends up going to game 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, knowing observers in the LPL, we may well get a cinematic replay of that one. For right now, the push is going to continue on, and now without the threat of the Grand Starfall, it means there's so much less pick potential from this OMG composition. They've got push going on in the mid lane, they've got push going on in the top lane, and right now this Baron at power play is going to net them a huge increase of gold.
Rio's not up for another 20
Anything
seconds.
OMG can do to jump forwards whilst this Baron buff is still running. 10 seconds until this one falls back off again. And then, as OMG, you are unlocked to try to play the game once again. Oh boy. In what was a game that looked OMG favored for a little bit, it has completely flipped on its head.
Yeah, that's a second dragon over in LGD's pocket. The extra mana and HP sustain.
As OMG, you are unlocked to try to play the game once again. Oh boy. In what was a game that looked OMG favored for a little bit, it has completely flipped on its head.
Yeah, that's a second dragon over in LGD's pocket. The extra mana and HP sustain does at least allow them to survive any meaningful poke that OMG would try to hurl their way.
Maybe 2 wards that I can see for OMG. They will be walking into complete and utter darkness. They're very much going to be reliant right here on the Hawk Shot to give them that little bit of vision they need. And it might not matter.
From Tung Yuen tags Rio and clips him with the seismic shove. GA is about to be expended. Can anyone from OMG save the jungler? Cease and desist will be used on Rio. Hung goes in. His GA is popped. Haichao creates a lot of damage, but Xiao is still fairly healthy. The rest of OMG trying to stand behind Harry for now.
They've done it.
They trade junglers 1 for 1. So far, it's a 4 versus 4. It's not a bad look for OMG so far. Rest of LGD maintains space and control. But for the rest of OMG, it's not the worst scenario that could have happened.
No, that's it. Hung is just stopped dead in his tracks, but more importantly, over on the backside of the map, Xiaoyu, YCX, Tangyuan, they all stopped being able to hit for just a split second.
Back to live? YCX forced to flash away. Tidal Wave will clip Harry as the seismic shove and bubble also connect, but Harry's way too tanky to die off of that first rotation. Saucer with a great flame, and he and Hong split up the fight. Starry is the first one to fall. Rio will be next. Hari will be third, and Haichao cannot bail out his top lane. LGD are ready to take this series the full distance. Bloxer with all 5 still alive. They can push in for a Game 2 win.
And we talked about what needed to happen in this game for LGD to be able to come out on top. They needed to find themselves a couple picks. They needed some sniper accuracy out of Tangyuan to be able to hit as many of those seismic shoves as possible. And it has been a really good look from him. LGD pushing forwards onto the base. It will be one final game to decide who makes it out of Group Nirvana and who's sitting out.
Haichao, one last Hail Mary attempt to blow up the minion wave. Encore comes out. It's a whiff. The first Nexus turret falls, followed quickly by the second. LGD take Game 2 and push us to Game 3.